I love the discourse that Marathon has created since Bungie's weekend reveal stream happened. I'm a Marathon creator for all transparency, and I understand you're going to sit there and go, his opinion's tainted because he got the free welcome kit and he got alpha codes to give away and whatnot. That's a valid opinion to have. Even though I got all of that stuff for free, I'm still allowed to have an opinion. I find it hilarious seeing so many other people that are like, this Marathon doesn't look like the Marathon that was exclusive to the Mac in the 90s, which was a first-person shooter, and now this is a extraction shooter that I can't believe they're doing this. It doesn't even look like Tarkov. There's too many things on the HUD. It looks too easy. It looks bland. It looks generic, and it looks boring AF. I don't know what game these people are looking at, but I'm seeing orange, blue, purple, pink, neon green, white, black, all of these funky, bright, vibrant colors that make the game look different to almost anything out there at the moment. People don't like cool shit. They don't like new, cool, funky shit. They want old, brown and gray drab. And I get it. That's perfectly understandable. It's perfectly fine. But the fact that we haven't gotten our hands on this game yet to actually see how it plays, and we're so critical on it being boring and bland, it's hilarious. I love the music in this game. I love everything that has to do with sound in this game so far. Give me 6 soundtracks of the music. I love that cyberpunk tech-noir Blade underground style beats it has. Give me more. Tick. Art design and art direction. Give me more of that as well. Tick. My only biggest kind of gripe and disappointment with the reveal and all the alpha content, all of those vibrant colors exist and they are there in dire marsh. The only downside is that they're all hidden behind the fog and the overcast and the rain and the clouds. It is annoying, yes, and I feel that if half the alpha content was gloom and doom in the gameplay overview trailer where it said there's weather events and the other half was bright sun reflections, we wouldn't be having this issue. I think the fact that so much of the content was foggy and gloomy and doomy, and it muted those bright, vibrant colors that, again, they're still there. I think that's the reason why in that part of the discussion, so many people are angry and annoyed and frustrated and whatnot. Saying that, I love the look of the game. Yeah, look, okay, we've gone from hyper-realism to cel-shaded style models. I still think they look sick. I reckon the color palettes are, it's hectic. It's clean, it's aesthetic, and I want new stuff. And now we're at a point where we're getting something funky, something clean, something new. And before it's even come out, everyone's kind of shitting on it, which kind of means we don't get that stuff in the future. So we get stuck with Fortnite 17 and Call of Duty 81, and that's what makes money. So we're just going to get more of those. Yippee. Bungie are known for their gunplay, and as much as I have a love-hate relationship with Destiny 2, I've put thousands of hours into the game and I don't play it anymore. I will always die on the hill that Destiny 2 has the best gunplay of any shooter game that I've played. And if Bungie can replicate the gunplay of Destiny 2 into Marathon, they have a great foundation and a good base. They need to also make sure that everything else in the game is fun and enjoyable. PvP, PvE, looting, and whatnot. The biggest reason why I love Tarkov, and it's not because of one reason, it's a multitude. I love the fact that I can play Tarkov in any way that I see fit. If I want to sit there and go, I'm going to do PvP for a few raids in a row, 100% I can do that. If I die, lose a lot of money in all of my loadouts, I can then go, all right, it's time to be a rat, scavenge around the map in the way that I know how, get all the loot, extract, make a whole bunch of money, build myself back up again. And Tarkov does a really good job of making the loot viable, even if it's a light bulb, corrugated hose, TNT brick, nuts and bolts. All of that stuff has value in their own right. And that's because of hideout upgrades, crafting in the hideout, barter trades with the traders, quest items and whatnot, selling on the flea market. They've made the loot so viable that I get to the point half the time where I'm like, I don't want that, I need that. Or I don't need that, I want it. And then I end up having 3 scav cases full of junk until the point where I've got no money. I sell all of that stuff and now I'm $3, $4, $5 million richer. And that's what Bungie need to strike a balance with in Marathon. The loot is somewhat exciting to look for, find, and then want to extract with. And whilst I don't agree with the whole Arena Breakout Delta Force in the game, have all the loot, have their currency attached to it. I understand from a point of this needs to be casual, it needs to be approachable, people need to be able to kind of like easily access the game and whatnot. Personally, for me, it has a lack of urgency and knowledge. And what I mean by that is when I sit there and I look at it and I find all this loot, I go, that's 100, that's 500. Well, I'm taking the 500 one because obviously it costs more. Whereas if there's no currency, I sit there and go, shit, which one's worth more? Well, I'll take both of them. I have no room. I got room for one. I'll remove this and I'll take both. They might both be worth it. Yeah, like it creates that kind of discourse in your own brain. Whereas when you've got currency shown on there, there's less of that because you go, it's $500. I'll take that. It's more expensive than 100. Cool, whatever. The other thing that kind of makes me a bit iffy, and this is probably the biggest thing that a lot of other people have, is the bodies dispersing when they're dead into voxels and leaving behind a nice big gray duffel bag. Again, I don't know the technical limitations behind this, whether or not it's because it's a placeholder and they'll have something cooking for it. I don't know. For me personally, that takes away some of the thrill of roaming to a new point of interest, seeing a whole bunch of bodies on the ground and then going, something's happened here. Whereas when you see 2, 3, 4, 5 duffel bags, you don't have that same sense of dread and that fear that something went down here. You just see the duffel bags and you go, yes, these poor souls. Well, let me go see what there is. Yep. With all the feedback that everyone's providing, and hopefully they provide when they play the alpha, when they play the beta, come the release of the game, it might be different. From a visual standpoint, it doesn't suit the aesthetic of the world of Marathon that we've been shown in so many different ways. And I get it. That disappointment and that frustration, I completely understand. There is no greater feeling in a game like an extraction shooter where all of those different aspects work together to create an experience. I get it. They're trying to make Marathon accessible to the greater general consumer because it's on console. If the feedback is loud enough and great enough, hopefully it changes their minds as to what we want to make the experience of the game more exhilarating, less hand-holding, and more, I want to experience it for myself and figure these things out on my own. I know some content creators have said that the fourth map that's set on a ship is going to be a lot harder, game-changing and whatnot, and genre-defining. Other content creators have said that there are puzzles and PvE stuff in the game and Easter eggs for you to discover and that. Going by what I've seen, I like everything. I also need to play the game to see how it is. Because if it's fun, give me more of this stuff and then evolve and expand on it. But if what I play is dull, boring, and kind of like, I still provide feedback, but there's a lot more work to do. I'm going to play the alpha if I get accepted into it, and hopefully my opinions kind of stay the same, but they get more in depth because I've played the game, so I'll know more of what works and what doesn't. Until then, all I can do is I can sit back, read, and watch all the different people around the world and their thoughts on Marathon, being so downright just angry towards it for no other reason other than it's generic, it's bland, and it's boring AF.